If you have stubborn belly fat that absolutely refuses to budge, the worst thing you can possibly do today is go for a hard, breathless run. It sounds completely backward to everything we have been taught, but this misconception is the exact reason millions of people are currently trapped in a deeply frustrating cycle. They look in the mirror, feel unhappy with their midsection, and immediately assume they need to suffer to change it. So, they jump on a treadmill, push themselves until they are completely exhausted, and accidentally trigger a massive biological stress response. That stress response chemically locks visceral fat right where it is. Today, we are completely abandoning that exhausting trap. By the end of this video, you will learn how to optimize your metabolism using 5 very specific, science-backed walking strategies that transform a simple, everyday stroll into a highly effective tool for managing your waistline. We are entering easy mode. Easy mode does not mean being lazy. It means finally working seamlessly with your biology instead of constantly fighting against it. When you do intense, heart-pounding cardio, your body panics. It senses an immediate crisis and furiously burns readily available sugar for rapid energy, completely ignoring and leaving your deep fat stores intact. Walking, however, keeps your heart rate in a safe, steady zone, where your body happily chooses slow-burning fat as its primary fuel. But we are not just talking about wandering aimlessly. We are going to strategically sequence your steps to support healthy hormone levels, lower daily stress, and enhance your energy, especially if you are over 40 and feel like your metabolism has slowed down. So, how do we shift the body from anxiously hoarding energy to utilizing it effortlessly? The secret actually begins right after you finish your largest, most satisfying meal of the day. Think of your body's energy system like a massive, bustling shipping warehouse. Every time you eat a large meal, hundreds of delivery trucks full of fresh cargo, which represents the sugar and energy from your food, pull up to the main loading dock. The manager of this loading dock is a hormone called insulin. When we are younger, the manager works fast, opening the doors and letting the energy into the warehouse smoothly. But as we age, and as belly fat accumulates, the warehouse doors get rusty, and the manager gets overwhelmed. The cells become resistant to the manager's signals. So the cargo just sits out in the parking lot, backing up traffic in your bloodstream. If that energy sits out there for too long, the body panics and eventually ships it all off to be stored as permanent belly fat. But there is a brilliant, completely hidden back door to this warehouse that doesn't require the manager at all. You can force this back door open by simply taking a gentle, 15-minute walk immediately after you eat. The physical, mechanical action of your leg muscles contracting and relaxing manually triggers a special transporter inside your cells. Your muscles act like a giant, dry sponge being dropped directly into a puddle. They aggressively vacuum the excess glucose right out of your bloodstream to fuel your continuous steps, completely bypassing the overwhelmed insulin system. Clinical researchers observing older adults managing their blood sugar discovered something fascinating. They found that a short, light walk immediately following dinner was significantly more effective at supporting healthy, stable glucose levels than a single, long, 45-minute workout done earlier in the afternoon. By flattening that post-meal energy spike naturally, you automatically lower the subsequent fat-storing surge of hormones. You get to fully enjoy your food and immediately put it to highly productive use, intercepting the energy before it ever reaches your waistline. But getting the sugar out of the blood is just one part of the equation. You also need to deliver pure oxygen to your cells to actually burn it. Which brings us to the crucial way you manage your breath. The absolute biggest mistake people make when they go out for a fitness walk is aggressively pushing their pace until they are heavily panting through a wide open mouth. When you breathe heavily through your mouth, you rapidly exhale way too much carbon dioxide. We usually think of carbon dioxide as just waste, but your blood actually requires it to be present in order to release oxygen into your muscles. If you blow off all your carbon dioxide by mouth breathing, a biological rule called the Bohr effect takes over. Your blood stubbornly holds on to the oxygen, refusing to let it go. Your hard-working muscle cells end up suffocating and starving for air, which forces your body to panic and switch from burning fat to burning stored sugar. The solution is to use the best built-in metabolic speedometer you possess. Keep your lips entirely sealed. You must consciously inhale and exhale exclusively through your nose for the entire duration of your walk. If you suddenly feel the desperate urge to open your mouth to gulp for air, you are simply walking too fast and have crossed the threshold into stress. Just slow your pace down until you can comfortably and quietly breathe nasally. Nasal breathing retains just enough carbon dioxide to allow optimal, smooth oxygen delivery right to your cells, ensuring they have the exact environment needed to continuously burn fat. Furthermore, breathing exclusively through the nose releases a calming molecule from your sinus cavities that naturally dilates your blood vessels, supporting excellent cardiovascular health. You seamlessly engineer your biology to do all the heavy lifting for you. And while controlling your breath manages your internal oxygen, controlling exactly where you look manages your internal stress, which is the true driver of stubborn midsection weight. Picture yourself driving a car down a pitch-black, winding highway in the middle of a terrible rainstorm. Your hands are gripping the steering wheel, and your eyes are intensely locked on the tiny, narrow beam of your headlights, desperately scanning for danger. Your entire body is rigid, stressed, and flooded with adrenaline. Now, contrast that with sitting comfortably on a wide, open beach on a sunny day, lazily watching the vast ocean horizon stretch from left to right. Your shoulders drop, your breathing slows, and your mind completely relaxes. That dark, stressful highway is exactly what your brain experiences when you walk on an indoor treadmill staring directly at a television. Or worse, when you stroll outside while hunched over, endlessly scrolling through your smartphone. You are technically getting physical steps in, but biologically, this intense, narrow tunnel vision perfectly mimics the ancient visual state of tracking a dangerous threat. It subtly but powerfully activates your nervous system, continuously signaling low-level stress to your brain and keeping cortisol perpetually elevated. Chronic, elevated cortisol is the primary architect that builds abdominal fat. To dismantle this continuous stress response, we need to swap the stormy highway for the open beach. When you walk outdoors, consciously keep your head up and let your eyes naturally drift toward the distant horizon. Allow the trees, the passing houses, and the moving landscape to glide smoothly through your peripheral vision. This creates a powerful neurological phenomenon known as optic flow. Neurobiological studies focusing on forward movement demonstrate that this specific type of lateral, side-to-side eye scanning sends a direct, profoundly calming signal straight to the amygdala, which operates as the brain's main threat detection headquarters. It actively tells your nervous system that the surrounding environment is completely safe. There are no immediate predators, and it is perfectly fine to let your guard down. This panoramic style of walking dramatically manages those stubborn cortisol levels. You are actively strategizing against the very chemical alarm system that demands your body hold on to visceral fat for protection. Once you have used your vision to lower that stress baseline and signal safety to your brain, you can finally take advantage of the most powerful, uninterrupted, fat-burning window of your entire day. Your body is basically lazy when it comes to energy. It always goes for the easiest fuel first, which is the sugar from the food you eat. Throughout the day, every time you have a meal or a snack, you give your body easy energy, so it never bothers to touch your stored belly fat. But while you sleep, your body uses up that easy sugar just to keep your heart beating and your brain dreaming. When you wake up before breakfast, the easy fuel is completely gone. If you head outside for a gentle 20-minute walk right then, before you eat anything, your body has to find energy somewhere else. Because the easy fuel is empty, it is finally forced to open up your deep fat stores to power your steps. You are literally catching your stubborn fat when its guard is down. Plus, researchers have found that this simple morning habit keeps your body in a fat-burning state for hours even after you finish walking. There is also a huge hidden bonus to doing this outside. The morning sunlight hitting your eyes acts like a giant reset button for your brain's internal clock. It wakes you up naturally and guarantees you will sleep much deeper that night. Better sleep means your body is far less stressed and much more willing to let go of weight the next day. Once your body gets used to this refreshing morning walk, you might find it gets a little too easy, which is the perfect time to add a tiny, almost invisible challenge to keep the momentum going. Imagine putting on a thick, slightly heavy winter coat before heading out for a walk. It does not stop you from moving, and it certainly doesn't turn your walk into an exhausting athletic event. But your internal engine has to work just a tiny bit harder to carry that extra fabric around. Your body operates on this exact same physical principle of adaptation. If you walk the exact same unweighted route every single day, your leg muscles and cardiovascular system adapt beautifully. They become incredibly efficient, meaning they require less and less energy to do the exact same amount of physical work. To keep your metabolism highly engaged without forcing you to walk for 3 or 4 hours a day, we borrow a brilliant concept and dial it way back for easy mode. You simply put on a comfortable, well-fitting backpack and add a very light, manageable load. Maybe just 2 standard water bottles, or a thick hardcover book. We are talking about 5 to 10 pounds maximum. This subtle, almost unnoticeable addition completely changes the mechanical demand of your stroll. Suddenly, your core muscles have to brace ever so slightly to keep your posture tall and upright. Your glutes, hamstrings, and lower back must gently engage continuously to stabilize your hips with every single step. Studies focusing on skeletal loading in adults show that carrying just a tiny fraction of your body weight triggers a remarkable response deep inside your bones. The slight, sustained pressure stimulates the release of a powerful messenger compound called osteocalcin. This compound travels through your bloodstream directly to your digestive organs, actively supporting healthy blood sugar management and enhancing how effectively your muscles utilize circulating energy. You are subtly building a stronger, more resilient, metabolically active body, entirely underneath the radar of a heavy, exhausting workout. You truly do not need to punish your joints or push yourself to the point of exhaustion to see real, lasting changes in how your clothes fit and how you feel. Just step outside, keep your head up, breathe smoothly through your nose, and let these simple biological shifts support your journey to better, vibrant health. Which of these 5 easy walking strategies are you going to try first tomorrow morning? Let me know down in the comments below. And please, hit the like button if you found this helpful so we can keep making these videos for you. See you in the next one.